This video will look at how we will divide two fractions together. We're going to start with simply the following. If I said 3/8 divided by 2/5, before we start the question, we're going to learn the method of KFC. The K represents keep, so we're going to keep this fraction exactly as it is. We're then going to flip, as in the reciprocal, so we're going to flip the other fraction. And C represents change, which means we find the inverse of the division sign. So we end up with 3/8 multiplied by the reciprocal of 2/5, or the flip, which is 5/2. We then get a multiplication. So technically we're not dividing here, we're now multiplying the two fractions. Let's have a look at when we multiply this. Just like the previous video, when we had multiplication of fractions, we look at the two diagonals. So we have a 3 and we have a 2. Is there a number that can go into 3 and into 2? No. So we look at the other two diagonals. We have a 5, we have an 8. Is there any number that can go into 5 and 8? No, there isn't. So therefore, we're going to use the rainbow method because it's multiplication again. So 3 times 5 is equal to 15. And 8 times 2 is equal to 16. So the answer is 15/16. Let's have a look at another question. Let's try 3/7 divided by 2/6. Again, we write out KFC, and KFC can only be used in division. So we keep, we flip, and we change. Again, we look for the two diagonals. There's nothing in common in each, so we use the rainbow method. So 3 times 6 is equal to 18. 7 times 2 is equal to 14. What do we notice? Top is heavier than the bottom. If you remember the video that I've put up on improper fractions and mixed numbers, we realize we have 2 eggs. The top is heavy, so we need to get to 3 eggs. The bottom stays the same, so that stays as 14. We then say how many 14s go into 18? Only once, and the remainder is 4. So we end up with an answer, just put it up here, we end up with an answer of 1/4/14. And if you want to go that one step further, which you should, 4/14 can be simplified, so the answer is 1 and 2/7. I'm going to do one more for you. So let's look at 4/10 divided by 2/5. So follow the same method. In the exam, always write down KFC. So we keep the first fraction. We flip the second fraction. And then we change the sign, so division becomes multiplication. Let's have a look at the two diagonals this time. We have 4 and a 2, so 2 goes into both numbers. So 2 goes into 4 twice, and 2 goes into 2 once. We have a 5 and a 10. 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 10 twice. We then use the rainbow method. So 2 times 1 is equal to 2. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. And 2/2